Welcome to Dan's on Fandoms. I'm Dan. The latest issue of Greg Pak's Darth Vader series recently dropped, and this series continues to be one of my favorite current Star Wars comic series. The story sees Darth Vader and Sabé return to Naboo, with Darth Vader hoping to secure answers to who hid Luke from him, and for Sabé to obtain some clarity surrounding the death of Padme, so that she may avenge her fallen queen. It was a stellar issue, so let's dive into it. The issue opens with Darth Vader and Sabé having landed on Naboo and heading to the Naboo Lake retreat, where we saw Anakin and Padme hide out and eventually marry in Attack of the Clones. As we've seen in previous issues, Vader's return to Naboo and the Naboo Lake retreat stirs memories within him of his time with Padme, which is one of my favorite things about this series. I love seeing Vader recall events that now haunt him like specters, because it helps showcase the humanity that still dwells within the husk of a man that's fallen to the dark side. Once Vader and Sabé arrive at the Naboo Lake retreat, they're attacked by two individuals that we learn are Captain Gregor Typho and Captain Tanra. Vader quickly subdues the duo, and we learn that Sabé had informed them that she was on her way to the Naboo Lake retreat, but the two thought that she had been captured by Darth Vader. Vader quickly loses patience with Typho and Tanra and explains that their only hope to survive now is to prove their value to him. Sabé then states that she gave the holo-recording from Padme's quarters to the two former Royal Naboo Security Force captains. Typho and Tanra then go on to explain to Vader that they hid the recording after they were unable to decipher it. With no other options, Vader comes to the realization that he needs Typho and Tanra alive, and he, Z67, Sabé, and the two captains set out to secure the holo-recording from where they hid it. En route to their destination, Z67 questions Typho on his potential role in Padme's death, explaining that Typho served as the late Queen's bodyguard during multiple assassination attempts. But Typho clarifies that he and his team helped thwart countless threats against Padme, and states that the two specific assassination attempts that Z67 mentioned were stopped by Corday, another handmaiden of Padme's, and Anakin Skywalker. At the mention of Anakin Skywalker, Vader then asks Typho when he last saw Padme, to which Typho responds and tells Vader that he last saw her as she was embarking for Mustafar following the initiation of Order 66. Vader and company then set off in a Gungan Bongo submarine, the same type of submarine that we saw Qui-Gon Jinn, Obi-Wan, and Jar Jar Binks use in The Phantom Menace. While in the submarine, Z67 then questions Tanra about his activities following the events of The Phantom Menace, and Tanra informs them that he and Sabé had been sent undercover to Tatooine by Padme to find Anakin's mother, Shmi Skywalker, which we learned about in the 2019 canon novel Queen's Shadow. Unaware of this, Vader asked the pair if they were able to find Shmi. When they inform Vader that they were not successful in finding her, Vader seethes. The submarine then comes under attack and is eventually destroyed by a Colo clawfish, forcing the passengers into the water they're submersed in, with two of the massive Colo clawfish looking to pounce on them. Vader wounds one of them, which allows the other Colo clawfish to attack the wounded one, giving Vader and company the opportunity to swim to a Gungan building. We then learn that the building was constructed to commemorate the alliance between the Naboo and the Gungans during their battle with the Trade Federation in The Phantom Menace. The cohort come upon a painting of sorts depicting the celebration between the Naboo and the Gungans on the streets of Theed following their victory over the Trade Federation. Sabé then proceeds to discuss Anakin Skywalker's service to Padme, and that they mourned not only the death of Padme but also Anakin's death as well. Not wanting to hear any more about Anakin Skywalker, Vader ignites his lightsaber and destroys the painting, and demands that he be given the holo-recording that Typho and Tanra hid. Tanra acquiesces to Vader's wishes and gives the holo-recording to Vader and Z67. Upon playing the holo-recording, we learn that Sabé and an assortment of individuals, including Typho and Tanra, pledged to find and kill those responsible for Padme's death, calling themselves Amidalans. Vader and Z67 then question the trio's motives, and Typho and Sabé explain that the last they had seen of Padme was right before she left for Mustafar, Vader's domain. They then ask Vader if he killed Anakin and Padme, to which he informs them that of course he did, as he ignites his lightsaber. As Sabé, Typho, and Tanra move to immobilize Vader, the issue concludes with a Sando aqua monster barreling towards the Gungan building, about to swallow it whole. Guys, I'm seriously loving this series so far. Greg Pak has done a fantastic job of not only creating an interesting and exciting story, but in creating moments that humanize Darth Vader and showcase those threads of humanity, melancholy, and even barbarism that lie within the Sith Lord. But what are your thoughts about the latest issue of Star Wars Darth Vader? Let us know down in the comments. Want more Star Wars content? Check out some of our other videos. Please like and subscribe, and stay nerdy.